Imagine stepping into a foggy jungle. The earth rumbles beneath your feet, a massive shadow falls across the trees, and suddenly a Tyrannosaurus Rex charges into view. This dramatic scene has captured our imagination for generations, brought to life by films, books, and bold scientific speculation. But one question continues to linger. Could we ever bring dinosaurs back from extinction? Dinosaurs ruled the planet for over 160 million years, from enormous plant eaters like sauropods to agile predators like velociraptors. They thrived across continents and ecosystems. Then, 66 million years ago, catastrophe struck. A massive asteroid slammed into what is now the Yucatan Peninsula, triggering a chain reaction of climate upheaval and mass extinction. Nearly three-quarters of Earth species vanished, including all dinosaurs that weren't bird ancestors. All we have left are their fossils, stone echoes of a forgotten world. From these, scientists have pieced together the physical forms, diets, and even some behaviors of these ancient beasts. But there's one major issue. Fossils don't preserve viable DNA. To resurrect a species, we'd need its full genetic code. Cloning, for example, depends on intact DNA to create a genetic replica of an organism. Unfortunately, DNA is fragile. It breaks down over time, even in ideal conditions. Research shows that after just a million years, DNA is too degraded to read. And since dinosaurs disappeared over 66 million years ago, any hope of retrieving their DNA is essentially gone. Although scientists have found preserved tissues and microscopic structures in some bones, no usable dinosaur DNA has ever been discovered. Compare that to the woolly mammoth, an animal that went extinct just a few thousand years ago. Thanks to frozen remains in the Arctic, we've recovered intact mammoth DNA. That's something we can work with. Back in 1993, Jurassic Park introduced a captivating idea: clone dinosaurs using DNA extracted from blood inside ancient mosquitoes trapped in amber. It made for an unforgettable story, but the science doesn't hold up. In reality, mosquitoes rarely preserve blood, and even if they did, that genetic material wouldn't survive tens of millions of years. Scientists have studied ancient insects in amber and found some interesting structures and proteins, but never any DNA from the age of the dinosaurs. So, while Jurassic Park was inspired by real science, it remains squarely in the realm of fiction. Still, the dream of de-extinction is alive, just not with dinosaurs. Today, scientists are actively working to revive more recently extinct species. The woolly mammoth, for example, has become a focus of genetic engineering efforts. Researchers are using CRISPR to insert mammoth genes into elephant DNA, aiming to produce a cold-resistant hybrid that could thrive in tundra environments. Other species on the radar include the passenger pigeon, the Tasmanian tiger, or thylacine, and the Pyrenean ibex. Even with DNA in hand, de-extinction is incredibly complex. It requires a close living relative, a compatible surrogate species, and a genetically diverse sample set to ensure long-term survival. But let's return to dinosaurs, because there's a fascinating twist. Not all of them went extinct. Birds are living dinosaurs. They evolved from small feathered theropods, creatures like Velociraptor and Archaeopteryx. When the asteroid hit, some of these small, adaptable dinosaurs survived and gradually gave rise to the birds we know today. So when you see a sparrow, a hawk, or even a chicken, you're looking at a modern descendant of the dinosaurs. In recent years, some scientists have taken this connection further. They've started experimenting with the genetics of birds to try and unlock dormant traits from their dinosaur ancestors. In one experiment, scientists deactivated specific genes in chicken embryos, causing them to grow primitive teeth, like those of their reptilian predecessors. Others have attempted to trigger tail growth or reshape bird beaks into snouts. This process isn't cloning. It's more like rewinding evolution, unlocking ancient features hidden within modern genomes. The result? Creatures that may resemble dinosaurs in some ways, but are, biologically speaking, something entirely new. Could we eventually create a dino chicken? Possibly. But it would be a genetically modified bird, not a true dinosaur brought back from extinction. Looking ahead, synthetic biology may push the boundaries even further. With powerful gene editing tools, scientists are beginning to design life from the ground up. One day, it might be possible to engineer a creature that mimics a dinosaur's appearance and behavior, but it would be a creation of our time, not a revival of Earth's ancient past. And that opens up an entirely different conversation. Should we attempt to recreate ancient life? What if we build something dangerous or uncontrollable? Who decides what should be brought back and why? Dinosaurs continue to ignite curiosity, reminding us of nature's grandeur, its fragility, and the mystery of extinction. Even if we never walk alongside a living T-Rex, our understanding of these creatures grows richer every year. Through paleontology, genetics, and evolutionary science, we're uncovering their stories, not through resurrection, but through knowledge. Their DNA may be lost, but their influence lives on, in the birds around us, in the fossils beneath us, and in every question we dare to ask. So, can dinosaurs ever be brought back to life? Not quite. But their story? That's far from over.